All right, diners, welcome once again to the cooking zone of the Doomstead Diner. And today's project, or this morning's project, I should say, because I have a couple more, is to prepare our appetizers for the diner's 7th anniversary meal. And for this exercise, we are going to put our appetizers onto croûtes, which I have generously spread with butter and freshly minced garlic, and are now going into the toaster oven for, maybe 5 minutes, something like that. And they should be ready. And then once we get those prepared, then comes the pretty easy part, since the toppings for these guys have been several days in the making and are all prepared already. So they basically just have to be heaped onto the croûtes, So I'll be back in a couple of minutes when I am ready to start putting goodies onto the croûtes, and I'll see you then. All right, our first appetizer that we need to get ready to eat and put on our appetizer plate is steak tartare, aka raw beef. Now, steak tartare in the French style is traditionally served with a raw egg, but I have never developed a taste for raw eggs, so I don't have the egg raw with a steak tartare, and instead I did up some more boiled eggs, and I'm hoping that this egg, because I haven't cut it open yet, so I can't know for sure, I'm hoping that this egg is the way I like it, which is what do you call it? Medium done, kind of gel-like center, not liquid, but not, solid and dried out either. So that's the first thing that we'll find out. Oh, actually, wait. Before that, we're going to baste this thing, our croûte, with pesto sauce. Okay? And I did not make the pesto sauce. Pesto sauce is commercial. A Kirkland product. And it's pretty good pesto sauce. And comes in, at a pretty decent price. And one of those things that I won't be able to buy after shit hits the fan day comes. Alright, so now we got the pesto sauce on. Now we can actually try putting the egg on and see where the egg is at. Okay? And let's hope for the best, gang. Okay, yeah. We are pretty good. We are a little bit gel-like in the center. Okay? And that is, in my estimation, a pretty good egg to add to this portion of the appetizer menu. So we'll cut a slice out, and we will add it to the appetizer. Okay? And oh, good. I love that yolk. And I'll eat the rest of this egg separately in a couple of minutes. And now the only thing left to do is stick some of our raw meat. And this is ground sirloin. It's 90% lean, reasonably fresh. Been in the fridge maybe a day or 2 days. And let's have some of that. Oh, good. Nothing like eating raw beef. It gives you that really primeval, primitive type of sensation. All right. We can plate this one up. There you go. Have a look. Doesn't that look delicious? Well, maybe not if you're a vegan. And then we got to go on to make some more appetizers for our appetizer plate. So I'll be back with a couple more appetizers in a minute or two. Okay, appetizer number 2 for the appetizer plate for the Diner 7th anniversary feast, which I don't know if we'll hold this on an annual basis, but and I certainly don't think I'll do all the cooking that I've done on an annual basis. But this one, you know, it's important, or important to me anyway, even if it's not important to anybody else. And for the second appetizer, we're going to be having salmon dip. There's the salmon dip, which we made from leftover baked salmon Alaska that I had in the fridge, and decided that I needed a greater variety of appetizers for the diner feast. So I made the salmon dip, and this one is just as easy to do as the steak tartare was. All we need to do on this one is get a scoop of our salmon. That should be about enough. Yeah. And we're going to put that on the bread, the croûte. And try to make it look a little prettier. Mold it up here a little bit. And then to decorate it and add a little flavor, we're going to have some capers with it. And this is another product that's imported to Alaska and will not be available to me in all likelihood after shit hits the fan day arrives here on the last great frontier. And but in the meantime, until that day does come, I do have capers to work with, and so I will, since they're here. And I don't know what I did with my other spoon, so I'll use this spork. I hope will work to get in there and get some capers. And it kind of jams up. How will I get my capers out? Ooh, big question mark. Let's try the spork. The struggles of cooking. Oh, that'll work. Okay, capers. Capers. That's enough capers. I just got to get them onto the appetizer, right? And that'll take a little bit. But capers add a little saltiness and a texture to your bites of appetizer that should please your clients or yourself when they munch into it. And let's eat that one. Tangy. And that one makes appetizer number 2. And we still got 2 to go. I'm doing four appetizers for this meal. And you can enjoy looking at it even if you can't enjoy eating it with me. And now on to appetizer number 3. On to appetizer number 3 for the diner's 7th anniversary celebration feast. And this one is going to feature the liver pate that we spent a lot of time on and made a couple of videos on. It is a pate that I canned and put up on my prep shelf for Shit Hits the Fan Day. And I've had a challenge on the diner on my canning abilities and various other abilities. And so I felt it necessary to do this canning job. And I will have more about canning at another time. There are canning videos up on the diner Cooking Zone channel on Reddit, and also on the diner YouTube channel. So if you want to learn how to make your liver pate, then you can go to those videos. Or you can drop in inside the diner and I'll give you my personal tips. Alright, now, just like the other 2 appetizers, this appetizer is another one which, once everything is prepared, is a breeze to put together. All I got to do is scoop out some liver pate with this plastic spork and get it onto my croûte so it's sort of flat and looks kind of good. And you can use shaping devices for these things instead of using your fingers if you like. They have them in the cooking stores, but I wasn't going to buy anything like that. I don't need pretty flowers or whatnot. What I'm doing here is plenty. And then, both for decoration and for a little bit of tanginess and acidity, I'm going to add some tomatoes. Okay, and that should be enough tomato to it. And that's all there is to it, right? You don't have a whole lot to do with this one either. And so that is liver pate on a croûte with tomato. And that should be an excellent appetizer to enjoy here prior to the main courses that are coming up. And we will go over those in further videos if I haven't done it already. Okay, I got one more appetizer to do, and then I'm going to move on. So, see you back in a bit. We are up to the final appetizer for our appetizer plate for the diner's 7th anniversary feast, dinner, whatever you want to call it. And you notice that my croûte looks kind of lonesome on the plate. Where's all the stuff, right, that I'm going to put in it or put on it? First you need to think back on what we've made so far. We made a steak tartare, raw meat appetizer. We made a salmon dip appetizer. And we made a chicken liver appetizer, liver pate. So what's missing here? Well, all those appetizers have meat in them of one sort or another. And the diner does have some vegans on it. And I don't want my diner vegans to starve, so I should have a vegan appetizer to go with this meal. And so, I contemplated on that for a while. And this one is really easy. I mean, easier than all the other ones put together, which were easy themselves, well, except for the preparation. But the actual making of the appetizer, quite easy. And the answer to that was cheese. Cheese. And for this cheese, I'm using a soft blue cheese. I don't know the name of this particular cheese, but I got it on sale for $5.19, half price. And it's really good. It has a lot of bite to it, It's a powerful cheese, though. So, if you don't like strong cheese, you probably won't like this cheese. So, for this, all we got to do is get the plastic out of the way. And then cut off a hunk of cheese and slap it on the bread. Oh, that was really hard. It takes, you got to go to culinary school for that one. Just gonna put a little more. That should do it. And this has good calories, and cheese is a really good form of fermented milk that was developed in the days for refrigeration to be able to preserve milk for later eating. And generally, if you wrap cheese up nicely and store it in a cool basement, good, then it'll keep quite some time. And in the fridge, see, there's cheese, blue cheese on croûte. In the refrigerator, I'll keep cheese, I wrap it up and whatnot. I'll keep it for months. And it's still good. And actually, sometimes it's better after a few months. All right. So here, now, is the plate of appetizers that you will get if you show up for the Doomstead Diner 7th anniversary feast. And I'm going to enjoy it in the near future, because I'm not going to keep it around for Diner Celebration Night. You'll just have the pictures by then. So we've got to move on now to the other parts of our meal. And while I'm doing that, I hope you enjoy the appetizer. And we'll see you next time here on the Collapse Cafe on the Doomstead Diner. Later, folks.